So in this video, we're going to be taking a quick look at the new DC Multiverse Deadshot figure. You can see the figure obviously inside the box there. Looks very dope. Has the card and the base, as well as some extra hands and some cool kind of wrist gun accessories, which I'm very excited to take a look at. On the side here, it says McFarlane Collector's Edition. I don't know why these are Collector's Edition. They just have a bigger box, which means more money. But he's number 35. But Symbiote, he has a handful of different accessories. That's why he's a deluxe.
Bruh.
The regular release Batman comes with hands and a batarang. Why are you deluxe? You don't even have that black deluxe base anymore. I didn't use them, but at least it was there. Ooh, we got some dope artwork on the back of the box here. You can see Batman's silhouette. I really love this classic comic book art that they picked for Deadshot here. Was this the original coloring of the artwork? They hurting over at DC. They could afford two colors. They got red and yellow, and they're like, and white everywhere. A little bit of blue. Deadshot 35. That is more or less it for the box. Let's just get the figure open. So here is Deathstroke outside of the packaging. After posing around over the past couple days, he's a pretty dope figure. I'm very glad to have gotten the classic kind of design for Deathstroke. But before we take a closer look at the figure, we're going to take a closer look at the accessories first. Now, every DC Multiverse figure comes with a card. Again, the artwork is very dope, and it's just like the ones on the back of the box. We got a brief description of, I don't want to do this in front of your daughter, Deadshot. He also comes with the DC Multiverse base that is covered in blue tack for stop motions. He comes with 3 sets of hands. He has 2 trigger fingers here. He doesn't come with actual gun accessories. I don't know if it's Warner Brothers or someone. DC doesn't want guns to be advertised with DC toys kind of deal. So that's something, I guess. He comes with a set of pointing finger hands, which is kind of cool and very expressive for the character. I don't know where the other one went. I misplaced it in this huge mess of accessories and figures that I have in my room. I already lost it, bro. It's probably because I'm doing that. And on the figure, he has 2 fists. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, when it comes to the guns that are mounted on his wrists, I do think they turned out very cool, as there is a lot of variety when it comes to these. The sculpting is done fairly well. You got the extra black paint at the end of the gun there. And there is a set of, obviously, these are not being used. There is a set where a bullet is being shot out of them, which is very cool. And there's also a set here where there is smoke coming out of it. I believe it's smoke, or maybe it's just intense firepower coming out of it. But to me, it looks like after the gun's been shot and it's smoking at the end of it there. I think that's very cool that at least this is a cool way around that kind of gun situation to have some very cool accessories come with the figure. And getting those pieces onto the figure, it's fairly simple. There's just the tab there, and you're just going to place them in there. And they're fit on there, very snug, so it's not like they're going to fall off or anything when you're moving around the figure. But with accessories out of the way, we can jump into some of the articulation here. It's fairly standard DC Multiverse articulation. So jumping up at the head here, it is on a ball joint, so he'll look up, he'll look down. There is the left and right movement. There is some head tilt, which I love for figures. It adds a lot of expression. The arms will go out to about 90 there. They'll spin all the way around. There is the little butterfly joint in there. This piece of plastic is always so interesting though when it comes to the butterfly joints with the DC Multiverse stuff. It just, I don't know why. It seems cheap, but it's just, I don't know. But there is the upper bicep swivel there. Double jointed elbows that bend very far in. There is the wrist swivel, and there is the wrist hinge. There is, diaphragm joint there, as well as a waist swivel. So you're going to get a lot of movement in the torso there. He'll bend back a very good amount, and he'll bend forward, not as good as backwards. There is a beautiful Jumpy Hong meme right there. The legs will kick very far up. Dang, Deadshot. Oh my god, what you doing, boy? And they will kick back a decent amount as well. There is no thigh, but there is, up at the top where the ball joint is, there is the double jointed knee that kicks very far back. There is no boot. There is the ankle pivot that goes down, up. There is a swivel at the base of the foot and the foot itself with that ball joint, and there is toe articulation. The figure is standing just under 7 inches there. Here is the black variant Hush Batman figure, who looks like he's just a tad taller than Deadshot. One of his Suicide Squad members there, we got Boomerang? Captain Boomerang. Bruh, I fell up. Looks cool. Here he is next to Captain Cold. Here he is next to the Page Puncher's Superman. The fists on that figure are huge, but I genuinely do like that sculpt. But, man, where's Batman at?
That ain't right.
That ain't right. This Batman is fucking huge. Marvel Legends Daredevil on the Bucky Cat mold. I wish they were in scale, but I think I've chosen. I bought too much Multiverse figures to go back now. Here's the Super 7 Michelangelo figure, and the Arkham Knight Deathstroke, just cuz. Now overall, I do think it's a very cool figure. I can kind of see the coloring of it coming across kind of cheap. Just with the plastic used on like the red parts, I don't know. It just, I think it's the lack of, I guess, detail. There's a part of me that wants to like add all the cross hatching all over the figure, but I also don't know if I want to fully go ahead with that. But I do enjoy the figure. Deadshot was a character I wanted to have in my collection, and I do think I could do some very cool stop motions with this character. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you if you want to get him. I don't care. I got him regardless. Why do I review stuff? It's so bad. But that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you could hit that like button, that would be kind of dope. And if you didn't like the video, shit, fair enough.
Subscribe and like, you will. Like us, they are not. Gang shit.